How's it going, peeps? Welcome back to Viva La Coin. I am Viva. I'll be your host for today's episode, and as we all wait for the anticipated Fauna drop for Nemonium's Phase 2, I wanted to break down just a couple concepts of building a broader community. I did speak to Jay Crypto at length in our last video on Thursday, the week prior, about building a sustainable community outside of just the concept of a functional DAO in the future, and how we can provide value internally as opposed to just buy it externally with the profits that we might make collectively or decide to go and purchase. Now, I have touched on a couple different things in the past, like our stake pool or drip drops or different things that we've done for the community to help distribute things or bring additional value or functionality to us in the interim. But a few things I wanted to highlight, including giving a little background on Fauna. I wanted to talk about what other community members are doing to step up in the meantime to help everyone in the community. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And first, let's just jump into Fauna himself and discuss what everyone is excited about. So our phase 2 that is coming up is created by Fauna. Now, I've mentioned before in previous videos that he's the individual that has been working alongside Dead Pixels to create metapixels. And a lot of individuals are very excited to see the pieces that he created for Nemonium, because compared to some of the other things that we've already done or what we have coming up in the future, it's a more limited drop. There's 150 pieces and they are one of ones, each one unique. And there are people involved, everything from the 75 OG skulls to different various members of the Nemonium community to also incorporating 40 individuals externally from Dead Pixels, bringing them into the fold. Now, metapixels that were created by Fauna have done incredibly well, and I'm sure if you've spent a considerable amount of time on CNFT Twitter in different spaces following individuals, you've already seen his work thus far. Now, you can even see if you go on JPEG Store under metapixels, there's our very own Fauna that has created them and is working now for this phase 2 in Nemonium. And just to give you an idea of what some of his artwork looks like, this was shared by the Nemonium Discord and is an example of one of the pieces that he's done. And the work is incredible. There are a couple different variations of how they move, whether or not they'll all be static or if there's any additional features within them. But I'm excited for everyone to see the artwork as it comes out. I've seen a lot of stuff behind the scenes and different various one-of-ones that he created, and each one is more impressive than the last that I've seen. And carrying over to that, when you talk about working externally with different projects, if you have been in Nemonium, Mugos has come up a couple times. I've referred to them as Mugos. It might be pronounced Mugos. But in any case, they are a CNFT project that has a game that you can go and play, and various members of the Nemonium community are always posting their high scores, much like we did with Hornies, in doing our Horny races within our community on Discord. Now, they created some really awesome art for Nemonium, teasing a little bit of what was to come and what their artists and creators are doing alongside Nemo behind the scenes. Now, as they piece things together, Nemo is one that likes surprises, doesn't like to give a lot away, doesn't like to overpromise. But we did finally get a little public teaser of some of the stuff that they were working on. And all I can say is when it comes to the artwork that they've done externally or what Nemo has planned in general, I'm really excited to see everything come to fruition. I myself am a deep nerd at heart and grew up reading comics and different things like that. So to see some of the things that they're putting together for Nemonium, it really, really makes me excited. But it just goes to show it's not just about phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, drop, collect Cardano, and buy different things. You can create with other creators and extend beyond just creating art and selling it to do different things with it. And I think that this was a prime example of that opportunity. And as Nemonium's Discord says, just believe. And I know that I personally do. Within the Discord, he even broke down that they're working on some incredible things after Fauna along with Mugos. And it's going to bring a little bit of clarity to what he referred to as the confusion and madness you're thinking that we're all in. I know that the broader vision of what he's trying to create will come to light as we go. And I just wanted to take a brief second to always say, speaking for myself, for him, and for the rest of the team, thank you for trusting and believing in us as we go through this, because without the community support, it would not even be possible. Now, just to touch on again, I think it's really cool, the skull pool that we have, which is our stake pool. We've already produced 19 blocks, and Die Cases is doing a phenomenal job over there. We just started with another community member, a channel that is strictly for the artists within Nemonium. It's referred to as Nemonium Underground, and although it's just for the artists to go in and participate in, I feel it's important to highlight. And what we're doing is, it's come to most of our attentions that anyone that is building or creating a project, especially the art aspect of it, you tend to lose a little bit of a focus on the market itself. And those that create the most opportunities for all of us and their artwork or what they are passionate about tend to miss out on a lot of other opportunities. So Crypto Knight, one of our members within Nemonium, took on the task to create Nemonium Underground, which is where he's going to piece together different breakdowns of upcoming mints, things that he might find value in, just to share an unbiased perspective on when they're coming up, what they aim to do, how much they cost, and also just to keep a highlight on maybe any potential rug pulls or things that come up that people might want to pay attention to avoid. Obviously, it's always down to do your own research, but this is just an additional way a community member stepped up to provide an additional tool to those that take part in Nemonium. And then finally, Border over here, one of our friends that joined Nemonium, created what is known as the Chronicles of Nemonium. And within our Discord, when you're in there, if you're a member, if you come in the future, it's a breakdown of everything that has occurred in Nemonium thus far. All the breakdowns of the different phases, the projects, the whitelist tokens, the artists that we're working with, totals, visions, etc., and a breakdown of the team and everyone involved. And I think that although I make these videos and I tweet a lot because, of course, I can never shut up, this is a very concise, direct breakdown of everything that has occurred thus far. And it had a massive impact on me because not only is it another example of a individual in Nemonium stepping up and creating something, but he messaged the Discord and said he came into Nemonium because of the first video back in January that I did with Jay Crypto. And to be able to see someone be inspired by a video that I made months ago and then consolidating everything and putting it together currently, it shows that compounding effect of providing value through more than just ADA, more than just tangible selling and buying. We can all inspire each other to participate within this ecosystem in a way that isn't just down to buying and selling, but to use our different talents and passions, whether it be art or speaking or writing, to create an all-encompassing community that is transparent and communicative and supportive. And it's just something that I wanted to highlight. Now, ultimately, we didn't get the official timeline for when that Fauna drop will occur, but I'm sure over on Twitter you're going to be able to see plenty of people tweeting about it in both anticipation and then ultimately showing off what different skulls they were able to get from him. As we go, we'll just continue to keep you updated, and I appreciate everyone that watches this video or that contributes at all to Nemonium. Aside from that, this was another episode of Viva La Coin. I appreciate you all for being here, and I will catch you guys next time.